With South Carolina Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace, a member of the House Armed Services Committee. So as a member of that committee, let's go back to the event a week ago, the balloon that was shot down. The Pentagon says, bringing it down over land was not such a great idea because somebody on the ground might get hurt. Now they're exploring the waters off your state, trying to pick up the pieces in 50 feet or so of water. What do you think about the Pentagon's explanation?
Well, we've been briefed on it twice now. I sit on the Intel Committee on Armed Services. We're lucky that it's only 47 feet deep, 6 miles off the coast of Myrtle Beach. The debris field, as I understand it, has been published in public reports, was about 7 miles wide. And so I understand those considerations. But what's even more concerning was the trajectory of that Chinese spy balloon, because there's no doubt it was spying on the United States. Why we allowed it for a full week to traverse over military sites. It's very concerning. I still, at this point, have more questions than I have answers at this moment.
Well, you said that you have been briefed as a member of the Intel Committee. I know that you can't get into some of the details of those briefings, but you say you still have questions. I mean, are there some answers that have been provided that are satisfactory?
There are some answers, but unfortunately, my belief right now is that the administration has been misleading the public on some of the details of what happened in the previous administration, what did or did not happen, and that's problematic for me. This is not a partisan issue. And then what's even more concerning is we're seeing these two new objects that were shot down this weekend. And again, any suggestion that the administration does not know what these objects are is an absolute lie. There is no way an F-22 pilot or any other fighter pilot is going to shoot an object down in U.S. airspace or nearby without knowing what that is or getting clearance once they do identify what that object is. So once again, Congress is being kept in the dark right now.
It strikes me that, the first spy craft, that gigantic balloon, was up there at 60,000 feet and above, where propellers don't work very well. In fact, they don't work at all. Maybe this one at 40,000 feet, these last two actually, the one yesterday and the one today over Canada, might have been, engine-driven aircraft, either propeller-driven or perhaps some kind of a jet drone. And I think that's what you're alluding to in your previous comment.
Right. We haven't been briefed on it, but if I had to guess, it would be some sort of surveillance drone from China or from Russia. We don't really know at this point. What's also concerning for me as a member of Congress is, number one, why did we wait so long to shoot these down? We should be able to see these objects within 10 to 12 miles of the ADIS, or the Air Defense Identification Zone off of Alaska. Why did we wait so long? Why do we allow these objects over our airspace before shooting them down? And if we didn't know about it, well, that's also a terrible scenario too, because we have radar, we have satellite, we have other classified means to see these objects in U.S. airspace or in the 80s, and we didn't know. So neither one of those scenarios is no bueno. It's no good.
What's the response that you would like the administration to take once we find out who's responsible? And I think we know it's one of two nations.
I'm looking forward to getting a brief. I wish we were going to be in session this week so we could get more information, because I know that the administration knows what was shot down and they're hiding it. They haven't briefed Congress and they're not telling the American public, but we have a right to know, to be briefed on it, if not through armed services, through other classified means, with the right subcommittee and committee members. That's where my concern is. I want to know more information. I want to know why they're saying they don't know. Obviously they do. There's no way a fighter pilot's going to risk going to Leavenworth for that.
We can't wait to see what they pull up out of the waters off of your home state. That's going to be interesting from that first spy craft. South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace, thanks very much for joining us on the Fox Report.
Thank you.